It's Kevin Duclairon. Today is Tuesday, the 8th of April 2025, and it is 4 going on 4 in the morning. It is about 3:51 according to this right here, 3:51 a.m. And my door is wide open. I am standing in the doorway. I was just sitting there using the restroom, and something came. I don't know, something stirred near the bed post. Uh, in the bedding area. I'm not walking back in there to show you because I've showed you so many times. Um, the noise was so loud that it made me turn on the television. Right now, I think it's the national news desk is on, and I don't know who is the anchor person. And I was sitting there on the stool for about an hour and a half trying to go. I woke up at 1 o'clock in the morning, and basically I couldn't go because there is Stu Hardner in the food. MacArthur is here. He's in the background hissing. And so he and Gabriel Franklin came into the unit and basically um, put Stu Hardner in the rice and the beans. And it's, you know, bean sauce. So there's Stu Hardner in there, and the chicken sauce. There's Stu Hardner in there. So I'm sitting there trying forever to go, and that does have an effect on me because uh, I can't I ca- because of my condition physically I can't. I'm in so much pain that I can't read the word and I can't do the work of the ministry. And right now, looking for a job. I'm probably not going to be able to find one because of my health conditions. And they add to it by putting the stool hardener in the food and making it worse. Um, on Sunday, 2 days ago, they came in here and they did that. They've been hitting me all weekend. They came in here and took my towel, my kitchen towel, um, added more stool hardener. Um, just it escapes my mind when I'm in front of the camera here of all the stuff, the list of stuff that they've done. I think I've written down a few things. Let me see here. Just along with the snake here. Let's see here. List of the abuses, of maltreatments. There you go. The trespassing, the cocksucking, towel stolen, the gassing the unit, drugging me to erection. Um, they're pouring water in my muffin. I made some muffins, um, and at the bottom of it was water. The stool hardener, the clock here. I went and bought a whole pack of these batteries, and this is the clock that I keep in the bathroom. And they won't. They either destroyed the clock or they switched the battery again. Ah, just little things, not big things, but little things. So there's a whole list here of my telephone, um, the battery. They 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 turned on the phone so that the battery would die, um, and on and on and on and on. Lies. I mean, little things to piss you off, little things to get you going. Um, and so I'm sitting here waiting for the animal, and not sure where it is and how big it is. It sounded pretty big. So what I did was I came over here to the hallway and opened up. See, there's the apartment right there. Right there, that's the apartment. So if it comes out, I'm hoping that I'll have enough time. I'll have enough time to put it in here this way. To put it in here this way and dump on top of the stairs so that it can run out or slide out. I'm not sure You understand? It's like, I don't know. Maybe it'll come out of here and then it'll go into the darkness and there's greenery everywhere. So I'm hoping that it'll come out and go. Problem is time. You know, how fast am I going to be? I can't leave this open because the animal will be tempted. The ones that are out there, the ones that are outside, will be tempted to come inside. And the one that's in here right now, I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it to come. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know if it has four legs. Um, I'm not sure what I'm dealing with here. I'm not sure where the proper place is to wait for it. You know, not sure where the proper place is to wait for it. If I'm supposed to wait on the stairwell right there, there's a stairwell. So hopefully, because if it hears my voice and it knows that I have a hammer or a weapon, it may not come out. But if it, I don't know. We'll see. Just waiting. I'm looking at it through the window right there. See the right there. I'm looking at it through the glass. That's the open unit, and I'm hoping that it will come out, thinking that I'm not here. Problem is, I have to jump up and open this door right here. So I'm waiting. It's right now, 3:57 a.m. I'm sitting on the stairwell for the second floor. We only have two floors. It's been there for days. I don't know. It was there all weekend long. So I went to church on Sunday. I went to the United Methodist Church up the street, and the pastor taught on John chapter 12, verses 1 through 8. But then afterwards, they switched. They switched from the church meeting to a sort of like a safety meeting where apparently they called out security to check, um, make sure that everybody knows where the exit signs were in case of an emergency. And the only bad thing about it, though, I felt like I was a target. It wasn't direct. It was indirect, like an indirect target, like you know, because they're all old white people, and it's like as soon they see a suited African guy come in on Sunday morning and they get scared, so they call security to come in. You know, the ones who don't know me, and it becomes an offense to the community. Um, and it's like I'm not there for your skin. I'm there for the salvation message and for the worship, which is what it feels like here. You know, which is what it feels like here. You come and you move into a unit, and the elderly get scared because you're a black person. And it's like, wait a minute, hey, you know. And so it's not just here at the Rosewood where I'm having an issue. MacArthur, the way he dealt with the issue of a black person being on Grace Community Church property, he chased me out of Grace, and he's been chasing me out of every community. So this is their response as a generation, the people born in the early 1900s, closer to 1865. Um, this is how they dealt with it. So the older they are and closer they are to the slave um, time, this is how they dealt with it. They start acting like we're still under that gun, we're still under that community, and we're still dealing with it. Here it is, 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm waiting for this thing, whatever it is. I'm waiting for it to come out. I don't know where it is, and I don't know whether or not I'm going to run into it before Today's Tuesday. Normally Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays I go to the gym. Yesterday I went. I don't have to go today, so I don't. I can't stand the idea of spending the day in that unit with that thing. I don't know how big it is, and I don't know where it's at. And only one time did it come out on me, and that was the last time I made another video. I thought it was going to come out, but it didn't come out. You can hear my television on. I wanted the news casters to know that I'm here in case something happens because I'm living by myself. So I don't think this thing is going to come out. So we've been talking for 10 minutes, and I don't have a clue what it looks like. Anyway, so what I'm dealing with here is what I'm also dealing with the church, and both church and state. Yesterday, I was hit so hard in the unit that I was at the top of my lungs when I woke up in the morning. And I told them, on the television there, that nothing has changed. And what I shared with them yesterday morning, I'm taking a chance and walking back in here. So, yeah. This is the news desk. News desk is on. The noise was over here. So, and there's a snake in there, and there's noise in there. There's a snake inside of the suitcase. Um, Same thing. It's a repeat. It's a repeat. Yesterday, what I told them was, this is what I gave them yesterday. I took them back to this time here. And what this is basically, I addressed the issue of George III. And you're going to say this has nothing to do with it. And I go, well, this is how far back this situation goes with Africans. From George III, right here, to Charles, right there, right? From George to Charles on the British side, and on the American side, from George Washington, all the way down to Donald Trump. So you're dealing with two countries. What's in the middle? England. What's over here? United States. And what are the two laws? From the Declaration of Independence to the Constitution, right? This is what we're dealing with um, every American president, right? Whether you're on the British side or you're on the American side. Now this here is the root of why there's a snake in here. This is the root right here. That relationship, the usurpations, and what was the issue with the Declaration of Independence? All of the maltreatments of the King of Wales. Now, who's behind this snake? Well, it's either the maltreatment of the British or the maltreatment of the Europeans playing church, and the maltreatment of the Europeans playing church from Grace Community Church property, church and state. So it's one or the other. So, here, yeah, there you go. Like this, right? Right? Snake, MacArthur. So on the American side, from Washington to this guy right here, from Washington to this guy right here, they're snaking me in here, right? That's Netanyahu, that's Israel, that's a third group, right? That's Israel and the church. I've been using their Bible, calling these people to repent, Remember? Repent. Repent. Right? These people have been fighting. This is an ongoing war. Ongoing war. There it is right there. You have Israel and Gentile world. That's a Gentile leader. And I'm supposedly the church. So you got Israel, the church, and Gentiles. This is the war that's going on here. So anyway, look at that. Look at what they did to the Jews. This is what they're doing, modern day Jews, right there. Anyway, I got to go back outside. Anyway, I got to put this here. I have absolutely no idea how this is going to end. All this for a master's seminary degree. This is ridiculous. I've never felt so bad. I had no idea what this was going to. What's upholding this book here? This door, this book here by Colson. This the door is being held open by Charles Colson. You know what's the name of the Born Again? Right, Charles Colson. Right, 16-page revealing um, photos documenting the most publicized conversion of our time. Right, the runaway bestseller, How Nixon's Hatchet Man Found Spiritual Rebirth. Richard Nixon, when he was president, this is the guy that worked with him, Charles Colson, prison ministry. So anyway, I have absolutely. I'm gonna turn this off. I'm not giving you enough any reason to watch this, but I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off. Anyway.